What's up, YouTube family? Whew. It's hot out here in these streets, and I don't want to turn on the AC because I don't want that to overpower me talking. But if it gets too hot, I might have to turn it on, and you guys might just have to deal with it. But what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to come and touch base with you guys on what you'll need to study for the Notary Public exam. So some things you definitely want to make sure that you know would be the fees and fines, because obviously there's things that we can do, and then there's things that we should never ever do. And if you guys want me to kind of go over that just like briefly, drop that down in the comments below. Hi to all my new subscribers. I know you guys left messages. Some of you guys are in Cali just like me and wanting to become a Notary Public as well. So yeah, things you want to study for. You definitely want to know your fees and fines, because there's certain things you could do that you're not supposed to do that you most certainly can get fined for. So know your fees and your fines. You definitely want to know the procedure to take that you're going to take, what depending on what type of document you'll be notarizing. So whether you have like depending on like how many witnesses you have, if you have to have a witness, things of that nature, you want to make sure that you know exactly what to do. You also want to make sure you know whether or not you should be getting a thumbprint. You always want to take IDs, so notate that as well. Of course, actually I should have started with this one. You always want to know what to bring for the day of exam, which I know I went through that briefly in the last video, but I don't think I went over it well enough. And I'm sorry if the camera's shaking, you guys. I used to have a device in my vehicle that would hold the phone for me, but unfortunately that gave out on me and I have to get another one, and I'm the best procrastinator. So but hopefully by the next video I'll definitely have that, because typically I will be making these videos in my car on my spare time. So yeah, this is gonna be just a quick little video. I definitely want to start being more consistent and bring you guys more content. I know in the last video I said that I would be taking my test. Unfortunately, one thing led to another. This COVID stuff is going crazy, so I had a COVID scare in my family, and so that made me miss the test I wanted to take. But by the time this video has dropped, I have already taken my test, so I know what you guys should expect. Keep in mind, I'm sorry you guys, it's too hot. I'm gonna have to turn on the AC. Keep in mind that it is a time test, so I would study, take notes, make flashcards. You're not able to have like your notes out during, let me turn off the music. You're not able to have your notes out during the test, but I do feel like if you take notes, you study them, and you just go over the information several times, you'll kind of make it stick, so that way you can finish your test in a decent amount of time, right? Because the test is, I want to say 30 questions, and you get 60 minutes. So if you break it down, that's 2 minutes per question. One tip that I'll give you that is something I always do during tests is, like, if you don't know an answer to a question and you're really like going back and forth and you're like, darn it, is it this, is it that, I don't really know, skip it. Don't waste too much time on it, because the last thing you want to do is pay for the test and then not finish it. Of course you're able to retake the exam, but you have to repay the fee. So just keep that in mind, which is something that I always do. And I know that seems very basic, but for example, like my sister's not the type of person, like if she's stuck on a question, she will stay on that question for like 20 minutes, and 20 minutes on one question, how about the rest? You want to make sure that you finish the test. Another quick little tip that I'll give you guys is, if you're wanting to take the test and let's say the time for that exam is completely booked and there's no open slots for you to reserve a space, because it is required that you reserve a space, so that way you don't have to be running around on the day of testing. But if for some reason it's you find out about it with like short notice and you're not able to reserve a space, my recommendation to you would be to walk in. You want to make sure you get there at least an hour before the test if you're going to walk in. If you can get there sooner, an hour and 15, an hour and 30 minutes, that's even better, because I mean, you never know what could happen. Accidents, traffic. If you're in California like myself, then traffic is always crazy. So granted, at least in California, the test is always on a weekend day, so there might not be that much traffic, but I don't know about other states. And if that's something you guys would like me to do, like research other states and their like qualifications and restrictions and things of that nature, just drop it in the comments. I'm definitely down to do other videos, obviously regarding becoming a notary public. But if you want me to do it for other states and things like that, it will just take some time for me to do some research. But if that's something you're interested in, drop it in the comments down below and I'd be more than happy to do that. My next video will certainly be a lot longer, more informative. But these are just tips for the exam, things that you want to study for, and things of that nature. You want to know what jurisdiction you're allowed to notarize in. Like, for example, I'm in the state of California. I'm only allowed to notarize in the state of California. Anywhere in California. So even if I am in if I'm in Los Angeles, if I'm in San Diego, if I'm on the border of Nevada and California, I'm able to notarize all of those places. But anywhere outside of California, like for example, the neighboring states would be Arizona and Nevada, not acceptable. So make sure you know what your jurisdiction is. That is very important, because the last thing you want to do is charge someone to notarize a document for them and they take it to the county clerk's office and they're not able to process the documentation due to the fact that you notarized something that you were not supposed to notarize. So always make sure you know where your jurisdiction is, because that's very important. This is your own business and you want to take it seriously, and you want to be someone that is reputable in your field. You want to be knowledgeable, and you want, at least for me, I would love to get references through word of mouth. So in order for you to get those, sorry guys, my hair is a little crazy, but in order for you to get those references via word of mouth, you are going to have to know your stuff. So take it very seriously, just like you would if you were working as an employee. Obviously, when you work a job, you always want to try to learn the craft, master the craft, and it just makes it a lot easier for you. So keep that in mind. You also want to make sure you open up a business. So whether it's LLC, a S Corp, whatever works best for you, you definitely want to, like I said, take it seriously. And a way of you taking it seriously is setting up your own business. And when you set up your own business, the reason why it's good is that you could open your business account, you can get an EIN, and then your business is not associated with your social. You can get business loans once you have a business account and build rapport with a bank. And business loans are so different than personal loans, or a loan you would get for a house or anything like that. Their rules and regulations are different. And then you could start building your business credit as well. That way you don't have to do things under your name. I just think it's a better way. Of course, with you creating a business, whether it's LLC or S Corp, you want to make sure that you're equally yoked to other businesses. So having business cards, If you're going to be a mobile notary, then you certainly won't need like an office space or anything like that. But if you're not going to be a mobile notary, maybe like if you want to rent an office space to work out of, or if you already have, sorry you guys, I'm getting a call, or if you already have like an office space at home, which would be a tax write-off once you do your taxes, just make sure you pre-plan for all those things, because you don't want to wait too long to get all these things set up, right? Because on the application to get your notary, to become a notary, they ask for your business name, your business license, and things of that nature. And if you want me to make another video walking you through how to do that, of course it would be like whichever one I chose, which is an S Corp. Then again, let me know down in the comments. I'm totally here for making videos and content that you guys would want to see. Like I said, as long as it's in the notary realm. So yeah, just a few tips and rule of thumb to think about, I guess. What else did I want to tell you guys? I think that's pretty much it. And if I did forget anything, I will definitely leave it in the comments or talk about it in the next video. I need to start writing this stuff down, because I typically just go off of the top of my head, because I have pretty good memory, but today has been a very busy day for me, so sorry if I'm kind of all over the place. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments down below. I'm very interactive with my audience. I always respond back, or try to respond back. I think so far I've responded back to everybody. I always respond back to every single comment. So yeah, I don't have a personal Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. I don't really have social media. I do have another business, which I have an Instagram for that. I sell lashes, so if anybody needs lashes, feel free to contact me, or I can give you my business information. I should pin it in the comments down below, but I'm still getting used to all this YouTube stuff, you guys. I don't know how to work everything just yet, but you know, you get better with practice. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Like I said, my next video will definitely be more in depth and more informative. We'll go over a few other things, and if there's anything else you want to see from me, leave it in the comments down below, and I'm happy to do that content for you guys as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Have an amazing day. And if you can think of, if you have any ideas for like an intro and an outro for me, please leave it in the comments down below. That's something I don't have yet. But yeah, we're still working, we're still growing. It's just progress. Yeah, like I said, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. Mwah. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.